What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Respect the Game podcast. My name is Edward, named after a great man, that being my pop. Shout out to my mom and my granny for helping raise me too. Please make sure you follow at Emax Stats for all your up-to-date high school, pro, and collegiate sports coverage. Will not disappoint. We'll keep you up to date on all that is going on in the beautiful, illustrious sports world. Right now on your screen, it's 2-on-2. We're expecting to at minimum be at 3-on-3. Get our brother Sean Hart Izzo in here. Hopefully, prayerfully, Black Peace will bless us with his presence as well. But nonetheless, man, we gonna hold it down for our brothers in their absence, man. What is a podcast without your brother?
What go down? What it do? It's the one and only. Go follow me on YouTube at the Sedacious Show. It's the only social media I'm rocking. I only go to TikTok now to scroll, so you can follow me or not follow me. However, on TikTok, I don't care. But the move is YouTube because we're trying to get these funds up. We got miles to feed. Take it away, bro. Oh, appreciate you for rocking with us. For being consistent. And yeah, let's do it.
Oh man, bro. Unfortunately, first order of business, man, have to pay our respects to a hip hop legend. Some like to. I don't like seeing him referenced as a Houston legend, though I understand it's just like acknowledging where he's from and where he got his start. But above all, he contributed not just to Houston, but he contributed to hip hop in a great major way. That being DJ Michael 5000 Watts, man. Uh, sucks to lose a legend like that, especially a native Houstonian, H Town representative. Just yeah, man. Gone literally too soon. 52 years old. Cardiac arrest, and yeah, man. Rest in peace to DJ Michael Watts, dog. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful ceremony, memorial service that I seen. It's just like, what better way to go out? You know what I'm saying? With the horse and carriage, with the swingers. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? What better way to go out, man? But triple salute to a legend. And DJ, Michael Wise, dog. Uh, being a founder of Swisher House, pushing artists to be independent. When you talk about hip hop, when you talk about first, you pay your respects to Master P, who was a pillar in encouraging being independent, and then you just think about the culture and the history of Houston Houston rappers being independent, and DJ Michael Watts having a hand in that, and just not just Houston, but Texas being so big, you could make a career off solely just being like a Texas legend. Um, and
Yeah, and I
again,
don't want
DJ,
to interrupt you, but yeah,
go ahead, go
as
ahead.
a fellow Houston, Texas rapper, yeah, there's somebody I would have liked to work with for sure, because he definitely was a staple in the Houston music scene. Definitely a legend. Michael Watts, he made me hot, hard working me to the top. So if you know how that go, you know how that go. And
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
we really lost one of the ones that could still like really break you. You know what I mean? Michael Watts was still working with everybody. And the thing that I love about Houston artists is that they don't blow up and then leave. Like they really be like around. So you know what I'm saying, you see them in passing, you know what I'm saying, be able to say what's up. And they say what's up to you, you know what I'm saying? Houston artists, pretty cool. If you ain't done no shit, they pretty cool because we ain't going. But rest in paradise to Michael 5000 Watts. Again, I would have loved to work with him. I'm sure that's the sentiment for a lot of young artists. And yeah, but we got to keep going, and uh, we got to keep going in his honor. And sorry, y'all, I got a message threw me off. Y'all know y'all talking. Y'all get that message. Oh yeah.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm back and rest in paradise. We love you. We'll forever love you, forever in our Houston hearts. Um, yeah, Houston forever. You know what I'm saying? He goes up there with the likes of Pimp C. You know, you just got to. You know, if you know, you
Yeah,
know.
the pimp C's, the Big Mo's, and and so forth.
Yeah.
Uh, Rest in peace, Big Hawk, as well. So, yeah, man, definitely. Again, not just a Houston legend, a hip hop legend.
Yeah.
And definitely, and like we say, man, two deaths. You got your physical death, and then you got the second death where your name is said the last time upon this earth. May his name forever and always live upon this earth. Um, so again, rest in peace to DJ Michael Watts, man. Shout out to Swisher House. Shout out H Town. Shout out to being a hip hop legend.
Yeah, because if you ever tip on four folders for the rest of your life, you that's it. That's
Yeah,
done.
I'm saying. Yeah, dog. Keeping it keeping it with music. Yeah, no, I was gonna toss it to you, Dashes. Your your fall off review.
Nah, well, it's like Picasso dropping. You know what I'm saying? It's like Beethoven dropping. Yeah, album of the
I'm
year
about
so
to edit
far.
me out real quick.
Uh, as far as hip hop wise, whole new sound. Dig the whole new sound. The content. Um, yeah, just yeah. I won't take up much time on it. It's just it's just a great body of work through and through. For me, it was no skips until you listen to it the second time, and then it's like, okay, now I want to get to the shit that I really like. And yeah, punk bitch, the fuck up on my face. What you talking about? What you talking about?
Yeah, so this is Cole's
What do
seventh.
you know about my struggle? What do
Hey,
you
that
know about
future,
my
yeah,
pain?
I like that future
What do
record
you
for
know about my
it.
What do you know about Jermaine? This
Oh,
was
but
a
not this album number one on Billboard. This is his seventh studio album, reaching number one on the Billboard charts, the Billboard 200. Not a coincidence, not a shocker there. Um, so you saying everything that you said about the album just now, Dacious. This is my
okay.
question. This is my question to you as a rapper, as somebody who has put out projects before. One, do you feel like the album has skips? And two, if you feel that way, does having skips on an album take away from its classic eligibility?
So it's a two-parter. So one, yes, it has skips, and two, no, it doesn't take away from the eligibility.
So classics can have skips.
Classics,
Classic
some classic,
albums can have skips.
some classic albums, no matter who you are,
I
they have skips.
I want to concur with that. I want to say like it's rare that you get a body of work that you genuinely do not want to skip one song.
Yeah.
And please correct me if I'm wrong. If somebody got like multiple albums to where you just genuinely let it, I ain't gonna lie. Ty Trebek got a couple non skips, and that's a whole conversation for an entirely different
Yeah, yeah,
episode. But I'm gonna leave
yeah.
that where
I
it's
would
at.
agree.
So,
I would agree.
but that's when you talking about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you get into a whole different
Yeah,
type of mode. So,
he got like two or
I
three of them, huh?
Hey, this
You
record about
ain't give
G.
me my
Hey,
stuff back.
this record by Jesus. This one wasn't hitting. I'm sorry.
Even bro, on his new the live from what's his latest live album that won a Grammy? The because I went to
All
the
things
concert,
new,
the All Things New live album.
smash,
Um,
smash,
the Yahweh live from San Francisco or something.
smash.
We lift you high,
He re-put out an album with
Yahweh,
straight live songs.
Yahweh. But
Look Up was killer. The live version of Look Up that he put out with the live songs. I'm talking about send you to a whole worship.
but I'm gonna say this to steer back to Jermaine. I think you have to shift your perspective before listening to it, and that's one thing I didn't do. I tried to like just dive into it randomly, and you can't do that. You can't dive into it like with random songs. You could, but you're not gonna get the full effect of what he's trying to really drive home because it isn't the traditional. Oh, he giving you the traditional 808s with a synth beat and melodic rap for the melody. Like he's taking you on a journey, right? It's a conceptual album, basically spanning through the entirety of his journey, right? Pre 29, then post 29, right? I don't know if when he was 29, is that like, you know, the year he got signed or got his deal, or, I think so. But like, I think the significance of it is like that was like a major turning point, within his life. And like the second chapter of it, the back half of it is, just kind of expressing, post life after 29. But um I liked how on the fall off is inevitable, and I said this in the group chat. I think the fall off is inevitable is probably like Mike fourth quarter tie game, Utah game 6,
Yeah, you
push
put the
off elbow shot. You know, I definitely think it's Kyrie esque right wing, Steph Curry mano a mano,
Born with the
fadeaway
block.
three, you know, Iguodala blocked by James,
Yeah.
game 7, money on the line, right? Or if you want to, you know what I'm saying, I get a little sexy for you, Giannis, game 6, block, transition the other way. But you know what I'm saying? I
You
just,
feel like the album, essentially what you're saying, you feel like the album in its entirety body of work is a Mike Breen.
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say I was trying to watch the Joe Budden podcast to see like what kind of perspective they have. Not to say that like that's like a barometer of my music critique, but I was curious to see what like um the pompous or the arrogant may say, or the super critical, what they would have to say about something. But I believe like if you're not a genuine fan of great rap or just great artistry in general, I think you have to be open minded when you listen to it, because it was like when I heard 808s and Heartbreak for the first time, I was just like, I love it, but it's like I'm afraid because it's different, right?
Yeah,
Like
like what is
I don't
this?
I don't want to like it, but like I like it because I can tell a lot of it was high effort, right? Like you put a lot of craftsmanship into it. Like the artistry was just bleeding out, and like the creativity was just oozing out. And like from that perspective, and even the storytelling, like I just think it was on point in that regard. And I think like he was getting his point across. Like, nigga, this is like my victory lap of everything I wanted to do. Like I started my career on my own terms, and I'm gonna end it on my own terms. Like, and of course, when you do something right, Kendrick's body of work, right? How to Pimp a Butterfly, I believe, got is in the National Library of Congress, or one of his albums. I don't know if it's a couple albums that he has. He's like one of the few people who has body of works that have entered the Library of Congress, like considered a a critical body of work, a critical piece in American history, which is crazy, right? I think it's on that level. But I think as time goes by, it's like great wine, right? It's just literally gonna get better in time. And I think people are gonna be like, oh damn, this what he was doing. Like,
It all
oh,
makes sense now.
right. Cause I feel
Like,
like if you try to give an opinion after like rushing through it, like some of them like admittedly said, like, hey, I was up at 3 in the morning, I'm trying to, listen to the album the whole way through. And I'm like, yeah, if you then you get up a few hours after that and you get on a podcast and try to talk about it, you ain't even let that thing marinate yet. This ain't one of them microwave meals. This ain't something you just pop in a microwave and be like, oh, well, you know what, this shit suck. This shit trash. Now this that one you put in the crock pot. You let this marinate over, you know what I'm saying? You lather this up
yeah,
and your Tonys, your Larry,
yeah.
you know what I'm
And
saying?
knowing Cole is like a introspective
Homemade.
type rapper. Like you really got is like, all right, what is the point? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not always like what you see, what you get. There's always some like deeper undertone, like meaning to like the bars and so on and so forth. So definitely something you gotta let marinate. Um,
It's crazy because on the album he says two things that I thought was crazy. He says, wherever there's love, there has to be hate. And so for me, the reason why I say it's gonna be skits is because we no one is gonna let this just be great. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna leave the asterisk there because he apologized. So what? But the people who really like rap, who really
That didn't even come into my mind, bro. I don't I don't
no, no,
fault.
like you get in the tabloids and you get around the world, like people are saying how they really feel, and
I
it's
think the album took away from that. To be honest, it's like that's not even. I don't think nobody's caring or worrying about that part. In my
Right.
oh
opinion,
no,
Yeah, because it's just
oh
like
no,
even
oh no, you
even
still got old niggas, you
even
still got
right
old hip
now,
hop saying it don't matter how hard he
even
rap.
right now, like if you think about it, ever since that battle has happened, bro, and this could be a burning topic on next week's podcast. Like we can talk about how Drake has kind of gracefully floated into a irrelevancy. Maybe a few kick streams here
I
and
got it.
there, maybe a few bullshit alternative music, features that you do here and there, but the past couple years have been extremely subpar aside from the joint album that he did with PNB Rock. And I don't want to be critical and get to talking and I feel like I'm gossiping about a nigga. So I
You
don't want
said
to
P&B
I
Rock, you
don't
meant Party Next Door.
I said party I said PNB Rock, rest in peace, PNB Rock. Party next door.
long day,
Nigga,
long day.
nah, super long day. Now I'm tired, bro. I just put up like 3 sets of patio furniture, and I'm running on fumes right now, bro. It looked good though. Shout out to baby. Um,
Hey, real quick, Izzo. So you believe the album to be?
I think it's a. I feel like I'm prematurely speaking on it, but from what I can hear, it's one of those albums that I believe we're gonna look back at it even like a few weeks or a month from now, or even like a year from now, and be like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like it's gonna stand the test of time, which all his music does anyway. But like it'll stand the test of time differently in regards to how Good Kid, Mad City was, bro. Like it was revolutionary, bro. Like when that dropped,
Bananas. But I feel like, but like you said though, right? G- Good
you knew
Kid,
that
Man City.
you knew
When
it
it first
immediately
hit,
though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You knew it immediately. You didn't need to like let it marinate and sit on it. Like it hit your ears and you was like, "This is like out of here." Whereas this project is just like they need time to really appreciate. You didn't need time to appreciate Good Kid, Mad City.
Can I interject? Because I want to say that
And
with this album, Cole gives enough opportunity with this album for people to get like J. Cole out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for me, you either have to be a J. Cole head or hip
Right.
hop fan to have survived this entire album. If you just these other people in the
You a
West,
trendy person who just like
If
hearing
you
a
a trendy
trendy
that,
person,
sound.
you would have been turned this shit off because I was trying to.
yeah,
And that's going back to the perspective piece of it. I'm glad he brought that up, bro, because if you don't go into it with the right perspective, you'll pick through it and piece through it and try to be like, oh, yeah, this shit trash. But if you genuinely give it a chance, like I actually flowed through this one, I'm gonna call it this one, and then I went into um what was your song that you said was a God level flow, the Dis 39, and
Yeah.
then as it flowed into Dis 39 from drums and bass and um who that Neville or who the
Who the fuck is you?
basically
who the
yeah, who
TF
the
is
fuck is you, like a whole bunch of stuff, like right, the flow into Dis 39 was like, okay, I see why you would arrive there. I'm going to go in a different direction though in regards to what the I guess the level of rapping that I feel like he
fast.
just yeah, like just kind of like spazzed on. But I don't know, man. I feel like holistically it's telling like a bigger story, bro. And it truly is. It's like these are for the day one J. Cole fans for sure. Like this isn't for mainstream media. This isn't for mainstream
Yeah.
consumption. This is for genuinely like if you know me and you watched and you heard the come up and the sideline story
Yeah.
and Friday Night Lights, like you
Born
know,
Center.
you know what I'm saying?
Like yeah, like the
Born Center, like
Yeah.
you know where
some
I'm
of the
coming from with
records.
this.
Yes, even some of the records like like when you say for the day ones, like not for mainstream is what stood out to me that you said. Like listening to the album and some of the songs, just like, oh wow, you're no longer under contractual obligation to fulfill whatever like
You don't
niche
have to
for the
give me a
mainstream.
club banger. You don't have to
Yeah,
give
so
me.
like it felt like he was completely free to do whatever and however his spirit wanted him to like, make, So that's what I got from it as well.
And
Yeah, nah.
still made a few, you know what I'm saying, few records for a few different events.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what else I think goes into making the album stand the test of times is just like the maybe the new fans that he's maybe gaining through this, if like been living under like in darkness for so long that you're just not hearing
Mhm.
about J. Cole. But like we hadn't even just talked about like the marketing campaign of like pulling up, pulling up on fans, taking fans in this old woofer back in the day, riding around listening to
I
me
think
like.
it adds to the nostalgia factor. I think it disarms people from number one, just from a security standpoint in regards to robbing him per se or just harming him, right? Having to go and flow around like with a heat full of security. I'm gonna draw an example to that, and I'm gonna take it home. Look how presidential Drake rolls around in regards to security, in regards to his safety
Yeah.
and well being, and look how much freedom J. Cole has, right? Like I think it's very telling in regards to how they rap, what they rap about, the essence of what they rap about, and
What you
who they
living for real.
and genuinely what they're living for and what
Yeah.
they're trying to be. And it's
Yeah.
very clear, right? Like, and I ain't even going. And if it sounds like a jab, hey, I ain't even telling the motherfucker
Put
read
your
between the
guard up.
lines. But it's just like it's so real. It's so like it's so glaringly obvious, and I feel like that was like the first example that popped up into my head. Like they live in two different, completely different lives, and like one could argue like one is genuine and one has a solid foundation, and one is gonna stand the test of time, and one is like seemingly crumbling right before our eyes. And maybe Kendrick and again, which and I didn't even want to bring this up, and I don't even want to say it, but like it brings the Kendrick and the Drake situation to a different head, because if Kendrick gets to start sounding like a prophet, I would hate to with the state of how our world is being disseminated with information in regards to Epstein files and stuff like that and things of that nature, bro. If any of the stuff that Kendrick was talking about remotely starts to come true, J. Cole will have first off, J. Cole, it will have made him look like a prophet as well for seeing into the future and seeing and recognizing immediately in the moment, like this is a profound moment, not only in hip hop, but just in modern history with the way the world is going. Number one, and then number two, like, bro, just on the other side of it in general, like the ramifications of the other one kind of floating into a irrelevancy and Kendrick looking like a prophet, like, buddy, the stuff you talking about ain't gonna last long and it's gonna age out and die fast. You were better off what you was doing earlier with the melodics. I like singing Drake. I like melodic Drake. I don't like tough Drake. I don't like Drake that tries to stay number one. But anyway, I'm
So
rambling at this point.
I see your Drake point. I see your Drake point. I like to raise you that this ain't a Cole fucking with Kendrick and we go at Drake. This is clearly
Right.
a Cole fuck you Drake and fuck you Kendrick
Yeah,
for the
this is a
rest of life.
Cole.
And
Yeah,
keep up with me. And please try to keep up with me. This was clearly that for me.
okay.
This ain't no buddy thing. This is a fuck both of y'all niggas keep up. That's what I'm like. Ain't like and for me, I got like kind of a cynical brain, especially with this beef shit.
Yeah,
And
no
so
more
I'm listening
features
to
no
it with
more.
an
If
ear.
you notice,
I'm listening to it with an ear for
none of
him
them
to be
niggas
talking
hop on
about
any.
Kendrick in some of these songs,
Well,
or him to
not
be talking about Drake in some of these
well,
songs.
none of them
And I'm
niggas hop
like,
on each other's songs anymore. Well, obviously, you won't see another Drake and Kendrick feature ever again in life. But in regards to
well,
Drake,
I don't know because then Cole get with Future, and I'm like, what is that dynamic now? It's
yeah,
7 o'clock on the dot.
yeah,
I'm
it
in the
would
drop
expose.
top,
It would.
cruising the streets that I
It
grew up
it
in.
would expose something that I think Cole is talking about on the album, and that's a lot of fake ass frail masculinity disguised as gangster shit and tattoos and teardrops and tattoos in your face, wrapped in really insecurity and
It's
fear.
the perfect response to a goalpost move, is what I feel like. I feel like if somebody moves the
Okay,
goalpost and you got to
okay.
respond, this is the perfect way to do it.
Mhm.
I think I think maybe also too, and I know we're like drawing this out, but also too, as time progresses, I think Cole will be championed. Maybe this could just be me being like a J. Cole stan, but like I still feel like as time progresses, Cole, with everything you said, is will be champion for not succumbing to the peer pressure of appeasing the crowd and going against his spirit of knowing this wasn't really like no slap box friendly fade. You know what I'm saying? But
This shit was going for the jugular. This was trying to end a career. This was trying to end a reign of relevancy. This was the beginning of an end. And I really believe that J. Cole got out of the way of this right in time because he didn't want to be right in the middle of essentially what was career wise a Biggie and Tupac
Activity.
situation.
Yeah, boy.
Because although, albeit, both parties walked away physically, one could argue that while Kendrick is still winning Grammys and stuff, bro, Drake hasn't really popped back outside. Maybe like to a Raptors game or two. But like again, that music ain't hitting the same.
the
And
last
and, I,
I've
and, I,
heard
and
of
this ain't coming.
Drake,
And this ain't coming from a nigga who hating on Drake. Like this is, I like Drake music. Like I grew up, eighth grade finding out Ransom featuring Lil Wayne on MySpace. Like I'm one of them. Like I'm from way back,
the
way
last
back.
the
Even
last we
comeback season,
heard
I
the
mess
last
with
we
Drake.
heard of Drake was him betting on the Patriots. That's the last I've heard of Drake. So,
Yeah, and just that stupid shit, like you being so unplugged to sports, like not knowing what kind of defense Seattle got. Like anybody with a brain,
it
like
makes you think about him being on that lawsuit
So
with
y'all haven't,
State.
so
it just
y'all
make
haven't
you think
seen these
about
little
him being
snippets
a
that he
mind
been dropping.
control puppet on trying to get the public to bet on the Patriots because I saw a lot of streamers of a certain. I don't
So
even
what,
want to
y'all
get
haven't
us
seen the
canceled.
snippets that he put out, the snippets that he been putting out.
What you mean the snippets of like?
Drake been putting out like little marketing snippets, like kind of like a build up to the album. I'm guessing.
No, I personally haven't seen it at
I'm just
all.
asking if y'all
I hadn't
ever
seen it
seen
at
those.
all. I hadn't
Okay.
seen it at all. All right, this is the last thing, and I'm gonna move on from the J Cole. So it don't, cause I'm slightly confused on your position. Is you
Nigga
said
trying
that
to
it.
figure out if I'm still saying fuck J.
No,
Cole
no,
or
no,
if I'm
no,
fuck
no,
J.
no, no,
Cole.
no, no. I'm not. I'm not. I swear I'm not. It's just the perspective of what just understand. So you said the album is MJ crossover.
No, I said that one specific song on the album.
Oh, you
But
were
I
saying song. I
that
thought you were
song
saying
like I
album
the fall off is the name of the album, but the fall off is inevitable is the song on
that
the
you talking. Okay,
album fall off.
okay,
But my overall impression of the album is ask me again a month later, 6 months later, a year later. But
okay.
my genuine synopsis is that it's going to grow in a positive direction. But I do think it's different. It's conceptually different from what I'm used to as a. I won't call myself really a avid J Cole fan, but I am a J Cole fan. Like I'm not like a
You're not a
novice.
stan.
I'm not a novice fan to where like I only know oh like
Yeah, the
the mainstream radio code stuff. Like I'm really from the get go like I'm from the beginning, but it's just
right.
like
You're
I
not a
don't
rest
know
in
if
peace Uncle Phil nigga.
I'm not as vested as the like senior or super diehard J Cole fan. So like I think I'm coming at it with the right lens, but all in all,
Yeah,
I
that
like the
makes
album,
sense.
bro.
Yeah,
I
nah,
think I think it's a great album.
that makes sense what you said. I was interpreting what you was talking about the entire, but you were specifically talking about the fall off is inevitable. That song, I got you. All right, we can
And
move
then
on. Go
the
ahead.
other songs I named, in the group, like I like those four other songs too. So he got a lot of songs on there that I like, but I think you made a comment that you didn't expound upon enough, and I know we finna move, but you said you felt like the sound or the album was like misplaced, like the sound, the songs were out of order, so to speak.
Sequencing, yeah, that's what I wasn't like a big fan off of listening to it this first time.
I think it was in order, but I think sonically it didn't have a flow sonically. Like
It's
it
like
was
it
so
wasn't
many
one
beat.
unique sound to it.
Yeah, it wasn't one unique sound. It was a lot of different
It was all
unique
over the place.
sounds. Yeah, it was a lot of different unique sounds in one song, and then a completely different mood shift on the next song. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because that nigga get lovey dovey
Yeah.
off in
Because
like song two
sometimes,
or
like
three.
with sequencing, even if the sound eventually changes, it's like smooth as opposed to being abrupt.
Yeah, nah. He shook shit up. Yeah, for sure.
Moving on, All Star Weekend. All Star Weekend. What was y'all takeaway of All Star Weekend? Do y'all? I didn't get a chance to watch. I only seen like highlights, so I don't know what it felt like watching it live in terms of like the actual All Star game setup. I don't know if y'all got a chance to, but saying all that to say, how did y'all feel about the All Star Weekend in its entirety, or just the All Star game? Do y'all feel like it's maybe making strides back to being something of relevance or not?
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I watched highlights, and I thought the slam dunk was mid. Damian Lillard won. That was cool. And yeah, right now I just watch it for the 3-point contest because that's like the only thing that traditionally was good and it's still good. Everything else is just kind of up in the air for me.
Y'all know what would have turned the All Star Weekend up though? That fight card.
It's still good. Well,
I ain't
you
gonna
still
lie.
want
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say this: the All
you
Star
still trying to
Weekend,
promote that fight.
the All Star Weekend, in regards to the game itself, is probably the most competitive that it's been in recent memory. I think guys was really playing hard. Um, for the event, level itself, for an All Star game, I think it kind of gave me Rico Hines pickup vibes. If you know, you know.
Summertime, yeah.
If you watching the YouTube vlogs of that, like it
That's
gave
dope.
me those vibes, but it was very
UCLA.
competitive. It was very competitive, and you saw guys catch fire, and them try to, I thought if the old heads had Curry, I thought they could have pulled it out in the end versus the young guns with Ant, winning MVP. But I got to watch like the first, 20, 30 minutes of the game, and it wasn't an eyesore. It was easy on the eyes.
So I don't know if it was like this last year, but to grab my phone at 8 p.m. Eastern on a Saturday and the dunk contest and all the activities to be over with, I thought was extremely telling. So from one side, I asked myself, I wonder if this was done from the NBA Players Association with them just when you go through the collective bargaining agreement things that you want in place. Hey, let's get all of these All Star activities out the way early so we as players can still go out have the night to ourselves. Or was it done? Or was it done specifically because the NBA did not want to have to compete with the nightlife of Los Angeles and be like, hey, we need to make sure we don't have this All Star game, these All Star events super late into the night because we know there's going to be a myriad of different parties, probably like treating it to maybe some degree of like the Super Bowl weekend, like they just had the last week. So it's just like, hey, let's make sure we don't have to make the fans and everybody that came out to see this event. Let's not make them have to decide whether they want to show up to the All Star Game festivities or if they want to go to this after party that somebody whomever LeBron is throwing or whatever the case may be. So
I'll buy a little stock in that because nigga, that traffic get crazy out there in LA, and you don't want to be ahead of a security trying to figure out where to put your talent, and y'all in
and
shit.
then true to that too, but even also with them it was being hosted at the Clippers arena if I believe so correctly, and the way they had the arena set up, they have like these LED little flickers all around the arena, so it looked like it's a bunch of fans like back in the day in the vintage days where like you got the camera phones going or whatever, so you think it's a flash of a bunch of people, but if you really take a zoom out and scan, it does not look like a packed out crowd at all, which goes back to, yeah, we getting ready for the club tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's almost
And
equated
then
to
you gotta
like
look at where you are too, like albeit LA. You gotta think about what's all going on around this same time, right? Like it's still LA,
Gang
It's
activity.
not even like I ain't even talking about that. Like it's just so much more to do, even though the All Star is typically
Well,
like culturally like the main attraction, like in clubs around the area are gonna get like, high traffic, high volume of people, just because of the events itself. But I don't know. I think it's telling that, CBA bargained for events being earlier so that, players could enjoy, the night earlier or just have more of the night to themselves. So
you remember being up late 10 o'clock, dunk contest was great and it's just not ending 10, 11 o'clock, like
niggas
bro,
saying
it
it's
was
taking too long. By the time we get out the locker room, get changed clothes, talk to the media and everything, it's already 12:30, bro. I'm finna miss half the club by the time I get there. It's gonna be maybe 1:30. I'm catching 30 minutes worth of action before the club closed at 2. Then 2, Booty Club just getting bracking for real, honestly. And you got that until about what? 5, 6. If you're nasty and just staying out that late and you ain't a married man and you just on the prowl on some F stuff.
I would say this.
Bro.
I don't think fans or players would have a problem as the league has aged. I don't think they would have a problem continuing to like have the festivities late if the festivities were still up to par. Because there used to be a time where the slam dunk contest was the main event, and it's not even the main event no more. Hey, I'm trying to get to
Yeah,
the club to
because
see Shouty swinging from the
those
chandelier.
right, but it's those is too prideful and too honestly, I think it's so lame, bro. Like Kobe and MJ did the dunk contest, bro. I think LeBron started not to blame it on Bron, but really, I feel like his example means so much and people follow him. For them to talk so much stuff about him, they follow his lead on what he does. Especially look at the player empowerment movement and players being mobile and not being loyal to a franchise. Like if LeBron would have participated early on and won one, I think it's just you can't live it down like it's gonna live forever. If you do bad, it's just not you're not gonna be able to live it down. But if guys stop being so prideful and just want to really put on a good product for the NBA, like they would
Are
do
there
it.
any dunks left to do? Is my question. And and
I
and,
don't.
and are there any dunks left to do that I should risk my health for the rest of the season enough to do? Is my question, because that's what I feel like is happening. Like the creativity is like, what else could we see at this point?
I I think it's because you see a lot of like guys who just specialize in dunking via YouTube and social media and stuff now. Like you see these dunks that we thought we would never ever see. You seeing you name it,
Internet,
right? Like
that internet.
and an NBA player is looking at that like, bro, ain't no way I can compete with that. And shout out to Mac McClung
Yeah,
for trying to, but he's a two-way fringe guy. In
Yeah.
regards to, some days he in a G
Your
League.
dunks look better when you're a superstar in the league.
Your dunk looks better when you John Moran, you got a lead shoe. Your dunk look better when you Anthony Edwards, you got a lead shoe. Your dunk look
yeah,
better when you Zion Williamson, you got to look like it just hit different when you a superstar and you or an all-star or just a star in the league, and you have a footing in the league and you doing it as opposed to 4 or 5 guys that we never heard of and fringe two-way guys doing it just to kind of add bodies to the competition, man. The slam dunk contest and the things that, and I think somebody else made a good point too. Like I think on Nightcap they were saying like it's a 3-point shooting league now, and that's like the most exciting thing as opposed to what people want to see. People don't really want to see the dunk contest no more. They really want to see the 3-point shootout, and really they got a point. Like ever since Steph Curry, kind of
yeah.
blazed onto the scene, like yeah, you'll see a nice dunk, mid game or on a fast break, and you like, wow, that was crazy. But the stuff that really gets the most attention is the deep threes.
Yeah.
If you really
Right.
think about it, like
And I feel like they defending that stuff way better. Cause see, back in the day, they was posterizing like crazy. Like every time you turned around. And nowadays, you barely get like 4, 5 dunks. Like you can go and bet if a nigga gonna dunk on Prize Picks because they just don't be.
nah, if they got it on there, he finna man.
He about to windmill 360 on point five as soon as you take it on under first
Soon as
quarter.
you take
Oh
yeah,
yeah, he gonna have 4 dunks that game.
man,
Make you mad, it'll be a fourth quarter putback dunk at that.
crazy.
uh Other news during the All Star break, Chris Paul announces his retirement after 21 years in the league. Chris Paul, one of 4 players, or maybe 3. Well, no, I want to say one of 3 with 20,000 points and 10,000 plus assists. The other players, LeBron and Russell Westbrook. Chris Paul 12-time NBA All Star, 11-time All NBA, 4-time first team NBA selection, 9-time All Defensive Team selection, 2 Olympic gold medals, named to the 75 NBA 75 anniversary squad, um, named the point guard, 2006 Rookie of the Year, just along with, and summing it all up, first ballot Hall of Fame career is what Chris Paul has had.
Bravo, black man. Bravo, black man.
How do y'all feel about Chris Paul not getting a proper send off? How do y'all feel about how his career has come to an end? Basically, not on his own terms.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but that's business. Yeah, it really is. That's business, and honestly, and just to take it here because I love taking it here. Why do we expect them to do anything for us at all? All I want to say is that they don't really care about us, and that's it. I digress.
Well, the NBA is a predominantly black league, so I won't even get into the semantics of color. But if you look at it in regards to, I think Kobe more so made it popular or gave the premise that all legends should have this
Send off.
send off season to where they're celebrated in every city. And honestly, no one is probably gonna match that lore of Kobe. None like probably LeBron, right? Is gonna rival that because nobody really has that stature, right? Tim Duncan was true to form and how he retired, right? Not a media guy, out of the way, out of the spotlight, never wanted the attention, kind of, retired in the off season and just it was an afterthought, right? I think Chris Paul expecting something close to a Kobe tour is insane, especially with the precipitous drop off
I
that
think,
he
but
showed.
forgive me for interrupting. I think because Kobe is the most recent, or maybe that's the one that's like when we say send off, because that's the only one we really like witness in recent time. That's the only
Who else
picture
got a
we
tour?
have of. That's what I was getting at. Like I don't know if there's any other like version of like a like
Exactly.
is there any lesser form of a send off than Kobe had that other players can get? I mean, because you could like look at what you could talk about Chris Paul, but damn, like look how Melo got did. You know what I'm
You would
saying?
have to, but you would have to have the foresight and forethought to announce that this is your last season. By the way, Carmelo Anthony and Chris Paul did not do that. They didn't see the writings on the wall to where they were just
Yeah,
like, you know what? I still got no, you don't, bro. This is the end of the boat, bro. And
yeah.
you don't see the walls caving in, you gonna just get thrown out the club, bro. And unfortunately, Chris
I
Paul
think,
got thrown out the club.
and I think for Chris Paul, I think for
Stayed too late,
him,
dog.
his ideal send off would have probably been winning a championship at the tail end of his career. That
In
Rocket team,
21
that
or
Phoenix
21.
that Phoenix team, and he kept falling short. It's like if I could just get there, I could possibly win a chip, be satisfied, and say this is my last year, whatever the case may be. So I feel like that was like Chris Paul's like that's why he failed to finish on his own terms because he was probably trying to chip away at like let me just find a good spot with a team who has a good chance at winning a chip, and maybe I could
They
get
could have
my
got that one
chip
with the
in.
Rockets. That would have been crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, but if anything, if you're somebody on the tail end of your career, you've seen it happen to Melo, you've seen it happen to Chris Paul. I'm sure there's like other like DeMarcus Cousins and other players like that who are like really decent, solid. I don't want to say really decent in the same breath as like Carmelo Anthony and Chris Paul.
The
Let me not
point
say that.
guard doesn't get a send off.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Hey man, they don't love you like that.
Hey, is it in the NFL or both
trying
leagues?
to get that
They let you
Kobe,
get
trying to get that
they let
Kobe
you get a
tour. They
one
don't
day
love you like
extension.
that.
They
with
don't,
What is
bro.
it?
Draymond.
That's
Chris
in
Paul
the
rubbed
NFL. They
them.
let you get a 1 day contract to retire and shit. I think yeah, the Cowboys did that for DeMarcus as well.
I mean, everybody do that in every league.
Yeah, but those are typically for guys who have been out of the league for some time, and they just free agents trying to sign with a team, and just
Like
retire with their home team.
If Chris Paul did a quote unquote one day I'm retiring as a Pelican, nobody's gonna care. I'm not gonna care. It's not like you know what I'm saying. Or the
Because
Charlotte
when he got drafted,
Hornets.
it was the New Orleans Hornets when he got drafted.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it ain't gonna have like
I'm
that
not gonna
same
kid.
fit.
Hey, Steph,
Back to Isaac's
what
point.
if he
They
would
don't
have
love you
retired the
like that.
Clipper? What if he retired the Clipper?
It don't matter what he retired as,
Man,
bro. They don't love you like that.
they the reason he retired. They just traded away James Harden. You think they give a fuck about a Chris Paul, a Clifford Paul,
Right.
A Logan Paul, a Paul
Hey,
Wall?
you do everything for him, and that's how they treat you. God damn.
Oh man, yeah, man. Like
But
it's a
Clippers will Clipper.
Clippers
Been a
will clip.
poverty franchise, and they show how much class they got, and like even how they treat
They
who
did it
the
for Blake
people
Griffin.
would deem they legends. So
Bro, they. I don't know if they on good terms, but they shipped Blake Griffin off.
come
Was
on, man.
I?
They notorious for shitting on their
And
own on the way out.
the only reason Kawhi, excuse me, the only reason Kawhi's gonna stay there is because of all that money they paid him under the table. We got you too much money to let you walk, nigga. Like you
Yeah,
like.
so you gonna be a part of this tank, and you gonna be our little slave. You just gonna be going off in these meaningless games, hoping that OKC pick don't turn into a lottery, nigga. Go dance. You owe us.
Also talking about retirement, the Miami Dolphins just released Tyreek Hill. Obviously, he still wants to play, but retirement, considering the injuries, retirement could be knocking on Tyreek Hill door. Before that happens, where do y'all see a landing spot being for Tyreek Hill?
I don't know yet. I ain't really just looked yet.
Damaged goods, y'all think he still has some value left?
Oh, I do. I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely. I could see a reunion with the Chiefs. I could see Bills
That's
potentially.
that's my number one spot for him is the Chiefs. Their
I could also
organization.
I could also see him. The Titans love paying guys that are past their prime, receivers that are past their prime. So I could see them throwing a historic number at Tyreek Hill just to have a name and to give,
What about
Cam
the
Ward some.
Ravens?
Did they just get rid of go the Ravens?
Yeah, Ravens do have Salah and Brian Dayball. So
You said Raiders. I don't know why my brain processed Ravens, but you said
yeah, I thought you said
Raiders.
I thought you said Ravens too.
I said rave.
Oh, Ravens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you said Ravens.
Okay. I feel like I've said this before on the pod when it was obvious that they was gonna get rid of Mike McDaniel and start blowing up the Miami Dolphins. But when you just look at the pattern of Andy Reid in terms of the type of like second chances he's like giving players, a la a Mike Vick, Clyde Edwards Hilaire, Shady McCoy, how he's like brought back guys he's like had past relationships with before. I think that shows signs that we shouldn't be surprised if Tyreek Hill end up going back to the Kansas City Chiefs. He's been doing a recovery here in Houston. I don't know if that's breaking news or not, but yeah, he's been doing his recovery in Houston, and so we got more than enough skill position players. I ain't gonna. I like try to
I still
build.
take it. I will still take it in a heartbeat. I don't care. But the young, the young guy, Tank Dell, on the way back, coming back to a field near you.
I'd be excited. I think that'll excite CJ a lot having Tank Dell back on the field.
I also want to point out I did what you told me. You already know what I'm speaking on. I went ahead and copped the digital scale, and I'm not talking about fish scale and whips and bricks and selling them. I'm talking about an actual scale for weight monitoring purposes. And yeah, bro, it's been keeping me honest. It's been trying.
Yeah,
It's really been keeping me true to form as far as like the discipline, bro. And I done lost 5 pounds. I'm
gang,
trying to.
gang.
I only had it 6 days. You know.
Yeah, nah, gang, gang. I'm down. I'm down a nice 8 ball since the start of the month. So I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
right
checking
there
my
with
chart
you.
every day, and I'm just like, that thing told me I was obese, bro. Now, obviously, if you look at me, I'm obviously not obese, but if you look at a BMI chart
Hmm.
compared to my height, 5'10" and a half. Nah, legit, like 5'10", but yeah, bro, I ain't supposed to be where I'm at right now, bro. I'm a healthy 250, bro, and I'm trying to get back down to like 200, 198, somewhere around there. So lofty goals, but achievable, doable. It's
What they
definitely gonna
say?
happen.
That indeed. You know what they say? Small steps lead to great distances, man.
Yeah, man.
Before we get out of here, have y'all seen the news on Ryan Williams, Alabama running back, engaged at
Yeah, he
19 years
engaged
old?
to a 25-year-old with a kid, dude.
Did not know she had a kid. That being said,
Nail paint
i-
loser.
is this another Travis Hunter scare situation in terms of like don't do it, reconsider, read some little.
Nah, she definitely. I mean, I feel like it's predatory. I wouldn't even marry nobody that's 19. All she see is dollar signs. She like, oh yeah, you go to
And you
Alabama.
you
You
know
about to go
what's
to the league in 2 years. And as soon as you get there, I am gonna act like I've been cheering you on the whole way. And I don't know how
you
long
know
I
what's
gotta stay in order to get the
crazy?
money, but I'm gonna stay that long. And then when that's up, your check gonna
I
be gone. Or at least
Isaac,
half of it.
you know what's crazy, bro? This the whole world is against him because he's played horrible this past season compared to his freshman year. And I feel like if I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong for his sake. I feel like she's just buying low. Oh, if I could be by your side when like the Twitter and everybody in the world
I'm gonna
against you,
trick you into thinking I've been here when you've been at your lowest this whole time.
bro.
Nigga, you just done had a bad last half of the season, nigga. You gonna bounce back. You ain't really lost no stature. You
And
just coming out being on the
and you
cover of
know
fucking
and you know who gonna
MLS.
be right there on draft night when them cameras go and Ryan Williams. Dog, I don't
He
care
gonna be the
who
first
you
one he
are.
hug instead of his mama.
This ain't even got
I
to be
hope not.
about. This ain't even got to be about like a gold digging type situation. Anybody 19 years old should not be getting married. I don't even think you should be getting married at 25. Like that
I
is,
ain't gonna say that. If you know, you know. But 19 is crazy.
you shouldn't be getting married at 25 unless y'all been knowing each
Unless
other.
y'all been
Maybe
each other since
yeah,
high school.
high
Y'all been
school.
together since high school. Yeah.
Yeah, 19, bro. That's a horrible decision to make at 19 years old, bro. I don't care who
Yeah,
you
bro,
are,
because
bro.
he's gonna
I,
cheat for sure.
damn.
Like, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
99.9%.
Man, what? 100%. This nigga's cheating right now as we speak.
bro,
It's it's
dog,
three bitches right now ready to they probably one of them is debating with the other friends on whether or not she want to
bro,
fuck
and
with
I
her
didn't know
other.
the chick, bro. I didn't know the chick already had a baby, bro. I don't get like, bro. I don't Ryan Williams, bro. Please, dog.
Shout out to all the stepdads out there.
His circle can't be tight, bro. Like why, dog? Engage? Are you serious?
I mean, shit, man.
It sound, bro. I'm sorry, bro. It just sounds like a severe case of Tinder dick. That's what this is, bro.
I mean, I ain't
We just
man.
have to see how it unfolds.
You down there in Bama?
No, it's
You
I
get you a
seen.
tall vanilla shake?
That's all it
He could be whipped.
ain't no
Man,
could. You 19 proposing. What are we talking about? Could be. He is.
Yeah.
Like the diagnosis is
did she ever
already
link?
there.
Did she ever
Nose
link
is
it up?
wide open. It sounds like.
You know what? Let me not say that.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
Bro, I hope we're gravely wrong about this, or I hope it gets called off. And I
What if
hate
they
to
married
speak.
to they 80?
I hope that's the case. I hope that I'm like
We know it ain't though.
hope that I'm flagrantly wrong. I hope that I'm flagrantly wrong about this, bro.
It's effed up.
19, don't do it, bro. Don't please reconsider.
Read some
Somebody, I
literature.
know his mama need to be like, son.
Oh man, read some literature, man. Come on, dog. Go like,
When he
oh,
was painting his nails, I just knew he was kind of misguided. So I'm just
Hey,
like,
where your
this
homeboys at,
this is
cuz?
on par for like making like a
bro,
very rash and dumb decision.
Where
bro,
your
Not
Tinder.
saying
where
that
your
painting your nails
partners
is
at?
a rash or a dumb decision, but
No, bro. Getting married at 19 is a rash, dumb
yeah,
decision.
Ah, where your
yeah.
friends at, cuz?
This is a severe case of Tinder dick, bro.
Bruh.
She turned that boy out, dog.
I want to see how his mama feel.
Last but not least, before we get out of here, I'll leave this up for y'all to talk about if y'all want. Michael Jordan.
I don't know nothing about it, so I'm good.
Izzo.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I almost don't even want to contaminate our pod with that foolishness.
Are you buying what's being out there?
Bro, I don't care about no. First off, no, I'm not.
Mm.
I don't like saying that he had ice in his shirt and he's clearly trying to get. I'm like, first off, why are you touching a kid like that ain't yours? Number one, you are a 60-something-year-old man touching on a clearly what looks to be a 6 or 7-year-old boy. No pun intended on a serious matter like this, but like kid couldn't have been older than 7. Like, why are you even touching him in that manner? Like, if you felt like, I don't know. If I thought somebody had ice in their shirt, I feel like my first inkling wouldn't have been to grab at this little boy ass. And I'm gonna just be quite frank, bro. That's not the first thing that popped into my mind.
You should go look at the video, Davis, because
I'm
I
not
know this
even
is a lot
looking at. I'm
of
not
new
even. I'm not
information
even.
for you to come. You like,
Yeah,
what's going
bro. I'm
on,
not even
Jordan?
looking at the kid, bro. Like in an instance like that where we out celebrating and stuff, bro. I'm not looking at him to try to help him get ice out of his shirt, man. This ice shit, it'll melt. This shit ain't like it's rocks or something where he like it's.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just think that video aesthetically, it just don't look right. And then you find yourself having to cover up and explain and the and the most you can tell me is he was trying to help the kid get ice out of his.
Had Jordan made any comments on it?
Of course not. He invests in private prisons. He's a fucking horrible person. He don't care about people, bro. He just care about the money. A soulless nigga took that NBC deal, did one interview. You are not gonna see him do another interview.
Ever again. And I
Come on,
knew that
man.
was happening.
He don't
I knew
care
that
about
was going
saving
to
his
happen.
legacy for about the GOAT debate or trying to stay relevant for kids to know who he is. Kids gonna know who he is because kids gonna still be wearing Jordans. They gonna forever know who Michael Jordan is. You think he care about that?
Yeah.
No, he know he solidified. That's why he don't. he don't come on TV and talk about it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think the optics of what it looked like and what's being alleged. I would love to hear Mike make a comment on it. And as it would have it, yeah, Darnell didn't make the pod tonight because I know he had a point of view that didn't, I guess, didn't favor the masses.
Okay, I
But
watched it. He helping the little kid get ice out of his shirt. Come on, guys, what's going on here? Yeah, no, don't grab at a little kid's ass, my nigga. Why would you do that? Why let him? Okay, so my first
yeah,
inkling, the first thing I would do if I see a kid with ice in his shirt is let him do it. Just let him get the ice out of his shirt. We've all been
Again,
children
it's
having ice out our
ice.
shirts,
It is
and we
not
just let it.
rocks or lava or
it's not
something that's
cold,
going to kill him. So
And
why
like,
am I going to reach into? So which further tells me
and it don't look
that
like the kid was bothered
it's
by it
a,
at all.
exactly. It wasn't like he was like he jumping around trying to get the ice out. So like, looks like you just found an excuse to grab at him on some weird shit, and it looks
I'm gonna
weird.
say this too.
It looks weird.
Like Michael Jordan,
Does
like you playing with the white kids, you know what I'm saying? That's
It,
cool. You know what I'm saying? You grabbing ass with the white kids, that's fun and dandy. You know what I'm saying?
it looks
Meanwhile,
weird.
you're building more prisons to put niggas in, but that's fine too. You know, but hey,
Yeah,
I'll
the
be I'll
optics
be
on.
I'll be interested 10, 15 years from now when that same little boy does an interview to see what he's gonna say.
Oh, that little boy probably already
This is a reminder.
has gotten paid
Hydrate.
off.
Um,
Oh yeah.
does what MJ
He just
does
doesn't know how to feel about this. We're looking into legal counsel now.
does MJ actions not seem as egregious, or I don't know how I'm trying to frame it, but is it the fact that we're on the is it the fact that the Epstein files and all that information just came out make MJ's actions seem all the more egregious?
Yeah, he
Does
like,
this
hey, let me get in on the fun. It almost like this was a deliberate distraction. Like, hey, MJ, we need you to come out and do something. Take the heat off of us. The Epstein stuff blowing up. Grab at him. Do whatever you got to do, but you need to make it look convincing enough to make him talk. So you do what you got to do, blame it on ice or whatever, but you need to grab at a little white boy. He's got to be a small one, Mike. It almost seems too set up like you gotta watch, and we've been seeing a soft rollout, or not even a soft rollout, a hard rollout of the Obamas lately. They've been put in the public eye. They are at the public of the All-Star game. They are, on podcast. They are the last, month and some change. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like because they know they've been the most beloved out of, the most recent presidents. Like, let's put them out in the public eye. Like, that'll surely get people. You know what I mean? Almost
Michelle Obama has a documentary on Netflix,
what
and
it's about?
there's a
what
group
that
of it's
that
a
makes
I
sense
think it's about
too.
a life. It's a group of people who are petitioning Netflix to put it back on the top 10 movies because they removed it from the top 10 movies, and it hadn't deserved to be moved off. Yeah, like they're trying to hide it or something.
To all of this, I don't know if I'm not gonna. I'm not. I don't. I'm gonna just say I don't know if it's true or whatever. In terms of just like how deeply entrenched it would be for them to be like, "Hey, Jordan, take the heat off of us." But amongst all of that, the life touch, I believe, is the founder showing up in the Epstein files that is pretty much monopolizes like taking school pictures for kids. Now that is some shit that I was just like, it's bigger than Nino Brown, but when you see shit like that, it's just like, oh.
It's way thinner.
This, bruh.
Yeah, you literally, it's the sickest shit ever. You had to pick of the litter across the entire country. You can choose and profile. Okay, do they come from means? Do they parents really care? Are they involved? Can we go abduct them and they not go missing? Yeah, it'll come up in the papers and stuff, but will people really put up a fight for this kid? Probably not. And you go after the disadvantaged and the disenfranchised. It's sick, bro. It's deliberate targeting, and they got a special place in hell for people like that who don't repent and turn their life around and give it fully to Christ and continue to live a repentant life. Not a perfect life, but one that's, you know, yearning after Christ and living a Christ filled life. But
I
that's
think
the
with that
human
said, the
reaction in
doors
me.
of the podcast are open.
Yes.
If you looking for a
Hold on, one
podcast,
last thing. I saw this is the last thing. The second half of the NBA season is about to start, and I just want to give off my second half prediction. My prediction, maybe it could possibly wait for the playoffs, but for what I'm gonna just get it out the way now. Both teams healthy. If the Oklahoma City Thunder are healthy, as well as the San Antonio Spurs, I know a lot of people are oohing and ahhing behind the Spurs in the regular season, and it appearing that they have OKC's card. If they are to meet in the playoffs fully healthy, OKC is going to beat the Spurs. So I just want to put that out there for anybody who's like on the high horse of the San
That's
Antonio
not really,
Spurs.
I don't know if that's a hot take.
I think it's a hot take for all the people caught up in the moment of
But
the
four out
Spurs
of
in
the,
the
but
regular
four out of the
season.
five times is something. It isn't not nothing.
that's why it's a
Yeah.
hot take because I think they're gonna beat their ass.
You think the Spurs got them?
I
Yes.
think Wimby
You're crazy. You're
I think he
crazy.
takes it so personal that if he's really healthy and playing in all those games, bro,
You know, this is the this is simply
I
why
think he
off
affects.
off I'm sorry, I can finish this or I apologize.
I just think he's capable of affecting the game more than anybody on the court.
That's nice. But I don't know what your reasoning is, Sedacious, but simply off experience alone, playoff experience alone, is why OKC is going to beat the Spurs in the
Oh
best
yeah,
of seven series in the playoffs. It's that
they a year
simple.
early. I think they a year early on it. I think they're gonna have to get their ass beat this year in the playoffs, and I think next year they'll be primed and they'll be ready. So yeah, I think it's early. I think it's
We
still
shall
early. I
see.
think we're a couple years away from it.
Why do you think they got that card and we done? We done. I just want to hear your
He
take on it.
said it. He said they because they beat them 4 out of the 5 times, and
Oh, that's why you.
it's not
Well, no,
nothing.
no, yeah. So that, and I feel like it's like it was done deliberately. I don't feel like it's off a whim. I feel like when they get to the playoffs, they may tear through some shit, but we'll just see.
I would love for them to be
So
in
let
the
me.
Western
So
Conference
this is another thing
Finals.
too. I think another factor would be because I would give the Thunder the edge if they had home court advantage. I would give them the edge if they had home court advantage.
I say
But
this: you home court advantage. I'm gonna say 6. Home of whatever. If the stars align and the Spurs like get the 1 seed, give me OKC in 7.
okay,
They OKC is not losing to the Spurs this year in the playoffs. It's not happening. I don't care what the regular season look like, and that's to any Spurs fan around the globe and everybody in France.
this gonna be fun.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited for second half of the NBA, man. But nah, beautiful people, doors of the pod are open. If you or somebody out there looking for a place to call home, looking for a pod home, a place to help you with your day to day commute. If you looking for a place where you could you need something to listen to for your workouts, like I say, your daily commutes, help you run your errands, help you clean up the house, you need to put something on. look no further than the Respect the Game podcast. And all you gotta do to join is hit the subscribe button. And if you hit that subscribe button and that's not enough for you, you can hit the like button.
Come on,
And after you hit the subscribe button and you hit the like button, you like, man, I feel so
come
good.
on.
I want to do more to be a part of this podcast family. All you got to do is hit the share button after that. And you could tell a friend to tell a friend to tell that friend that we'll be back here next week to do this all again. So hit the subscribe button. And we, as always, we do not take y'all taking out the time to listen to us for granted. We love you, beautiful people, and we will see you next week.